Did you ever have any similar incidents, not this one, but similar incidents where you were made to feel uncomfortable or you were propositioned for a role?
I was already a successful established model by the time I came into the industry, and I was offered movies. I didn't go seeking a Bollywood career. So pretty much everybody kind of knew where I was coming from and what my personality was. So nobody really got into that uncomfortable space with me where they propositioned me directly. But of course, being a beautiful young woman in the industry, you always have people who show interest in you. But I wouldn't say that anybody made it uncomfortable for me, and when they saw that I was not interested, they simply chose to keep a distance.
So you spoke about this incident back in 2008, and were you surprised by the lack of support that you had gotten there, or did you expect it? You had friends in the industry, you must have spoken to them about it. How were their reactions, and did they just say go ahead and live with it or speak out about it?
The problem with our country is that, one thing needs to be very, very clearly told to men, women, boys, girls, that these are not the kind of things that you feel awkward about. Come out of that awkwardness, talking about, harassment, sexual harassment, molestation, assault and anything. Stop being so awkward, because if you don't talk about it and if you don't make it a dialogue, if you're so uncomfortable about it, then justice will not happen. The reason why sometimes Bollywood also doesn't react is because they are also still in that psychology of shame, psychology of awkwardness. They will be a part of, if some journalist gets murdered somewhere, they will quickly jump to Twitter and condemn that. But if an actress is talking about harassment, they are themselves so ashamed and so awkward, they don't even want to associate with that issue.
Yeah.
Even if they're not involved in it, they have nothing to do with it, and maybe they've lived a clean life all their life, they just have to condemn it
by association.
And not work with that person again.
Yeah, and just last question. So there's a general perception that from 2008 to 2018, in this last decade, there's been a general awakening in the industry. People have become woke, and the MeToo campaign, which became really big in Hollywood. So we've had actresses like Priyanka Chopra, and we've had all of them talk about MeToo and talk out against Harvey Weinstein and everything. But considering they're silent when it comes to their own industry, so do you think there's any scope for a change, or is this just them supporting Hollywood? I think you'd mentioned something like this before.
See, now that itself is what shows you how much they meant it at that point of time when they supported Me Too in Hollywood. You can say a lot of things, but if you don't mean it, when it's actually happening right under your nose, right in front, in your house when it's happening, and if you're keeping silent, then you've pretty much given the message that anything that happens in America from a distance, you say, I support. But when someone's speaking out over here, you remain silent. So, enough said.